Hi, Michael Buffer here, and let's get ready for FM Boxing Media.
Little sing along at the start. This is Frankie Morgan here from FM Boxing Media, brought to you by the High Protein Company, For You Hair Products, and the Giggling Pig Co. And today I'm here with Mr. Frank Smith. How are we doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, all good, thank you. I feel like I'll start this one off a bit different. Is there anything that you haven't been asked today? Because you've had how many interviews now? 10, 11 interviews?
Yeah. It's all been very samey so far. I mean, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions that haven't been asked.
Is there anything in particular in your mind?
Are you in a good mood today?
And the answer to that?
Yes, great.
That's all that matters, ain't it? I've just heard someone ask you if you're the man in the 94th minute that they want to score a winner. Because I know there's a show on Saturday, there's a footballers taking into boxing, and obviously Jody Morris, David Bentley. Yeah. Is that something that you'd be interested in doing? Ask Kevin Mitchell about boxing,
having a fight?
Going into football. Maybe get you on a five-a-side team, maybe managing against Eddie?
I'm not elite, I'll be honest with you. I'm not Lionel Messi, I'm not the Romford Messi, unfortunately. But I'll give it a go. I used to play for Chilwell Boys. I got man of the match, player of the season quite a few years. But I think that might have been because my dad.
Someone's laughing.
Yeah, but I think that might have been because my dad sponsored the team. I don't think it was because of my elite ability.
Do you reckon you could score against Mr. Matty Lawless? I've seen him in goal a few times.
Depends how big the goal is.
But touching on the event, obviously George Lillard, Kieran Conway, toughest fight of George's career so far, without a shadow of a doubt. But obviously both fighters have fought under Matchroom, so it's a bit of a 50-50 fight for you as well. You can't really want one more than the other, but
that's a great fight. It's the kind of fights we want to see more of. That's what it's all about. Two fighters going in against each other, two men who both believe they can win. That's what we want.
Yeah.
You can't ask for more. People saying that it's too early for George Lillard. Well, Friday night you find out. And will the experience mean it is too soon for him? Maybe. But fair play, he's taking a chance. And for Kieran Conway, fair play, he's taking a fight. He'll look at it and think, I'm too experienced for this guy. So these are the kind of fights we want to make more of.
Yeah, and I just had a look in the comments on one of the Stomping Grounds interviews, and they've put Frank Smith and Eddie Earn used to get a buzz off the fact that Frank Warren was doing the small hall shows. And they've commented saying that this one's at York Hall. Have they taken a backward step? How do you feel about them sort of comments when York Hall is an iconic venue and that's the reason that you're here, really?
No, look, we did say, I'm sure we said things in the past. For us now, as we look at shows like we did Sunderland 6 weeks ago, it's about packing out venues, and we've made mistakes in the past, I'm sure, by taking shows to certain venues that maybe we shouldn't have done, like the works that weren't big enough for the venues they were in. Now you look at like the last 6 weeks, we've gone Sunderland sold out, we've gone Belfast 20,000 people in Windsor Park, we've gone 10,000 people in Sheffield. We're now here for a sold out show. I'm excited about what the future holds, but don't get me wrong, we all say things in boxing that we look back on in time and go, probably shouldn't have said that, but that's part and parcel of it. It's the game we're in.
Do you think this show could have sold out the Copper Box?
No, honestly, I think it could have sold 3,500 tickets. Would have been half full. Would it have the atmosphere it will have in here on Friday night? No, not at all.
Yeah, and obviously with a fight like this, the winner of this will go on to world honours, especially in George's case, a lot younger. But are you looking forward to anyone in particular on the undercard of this? Obviously you've got Tia, who's coming out, who's obviously going to be a superstar one day, but have you got one fighter in particular for everyone to watch?
In terms of fight, I'm looking forward to Shannon Ryan, Chloe Watson, because it's an important fight for both of their careers. The winner will go on to a world title fight from here, I believe. I think, all the young prospects, but Tia, the way she's been laying people out, I hope to see another one of those on Friday. Yeah,
and I just asked ChatGPT for one question for you. I copied this off IFL the other day with, who did they ask the other day? Gareth A. Davis. And they've said, in Frank Smith's words, what would you have to do in the next 10 years to make boxing the number one sport in the world from a business perspective?
Literally never have a warm-up fight again. Make every single fight you see an absolute tear-up. Because, that would be my view. I'm not saying it's right. I think also centralising the sport, in some way. But it's a hard ask. Football's huge. Yeah. But boxing on the big nights will always be massive.
Yeah, one last question. For the people that are on the undercard of this, they're obviously a next-gen card, but how many of these people do you think will be headlining within the next 5 to 10 years on their own shows?
All of them got potential. Jamie said to me 6 years ago when we did the last York Hall show, Kieran Conway was on there, fought Ted Cheeseman and lost. It just shows if you take fights, if you test yourself, you're always going to get opportunities.
Frank, thank you very much for the interview.
Mate. No worries.
I know it ain't been high energy like Gunman's, but...
Don't worry, all good.
Cheers,
good to see you, mate.
Thank you very much.
Pal.